Hari Om Jai Shivanand. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivaranam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krito Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Numaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chinmayayati Shasya Guru Vande Tapovanam Tam Himavat Vibhutim Vai Jnana Vairagya Rupinam Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Om Namah Sri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Today, directly we will start from verse number 3. There is a question. The whole text is with question and answer. That is the beauty of this book. The whole book is in the form of question and answer. In last sloka or last verse, if you can remember, there Acharya told, means the author of the Acharya told, that साधन चतुष्टय संपन्न अधिकारिणाम मोक्ष साधन भूतम तत्व प्रकारम तत्व विवेक प्रकारम वक्ष्यामः. So the thing is here, there Acharya described the Anubandha Chatushtaya, the fourfold factor, who is the eligible candidate for what this study is, what is the relationship between the study, the student, and the matter of study, and what is the subject matter of this text. So, in describing one thing, that who is the eligible condition, a candidate, sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikarinam. This book is only composed for them who is imbibed or qualified with fourfold qualification. Then student naturally asks, what is that fourfold qualification? Sadhana chatushtayam kim. This is verse number 3. Sadhana chatushtayam kim. Sadhana chatushtayam kim. Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha. Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha. Iha mutrartha phala bhoga viragaha. Iha mutrartha phala bhoga viragaha. Shamadhi shatka sampattihi. Shamadhi shatka sampattihi. Mumukshutvam cheti. Mumukshutvam cheti. Question was asked by the student who were suffering a lot, who wanted to get rid of the sins of sufferings, the problems of the world, who wanted to be liberated while living, जिसको जीवन मुक्ति कहते हैं. तो गुरु ने क्या बताया कि साधन चतुष्टय किया हुआ लोगों के लिए ये किताब रचना हुआ है. Then student then and there asked, ये साधन चतुष्टय है क्या, वस्तु क्या है? What is that fourfold qualification? Then the Acharya started replying. Nitya, first one, fourfold spiritual practice or qualification. Acharya started explaining. First one is Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha. There is a sandhi called Swara Sandhi. Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha. Vastu Vivekaha of Nitya and Anitya Vastu. So it's very interesting. One thing I just want to mention. One of the students asked me that, Maharaji, please explain some grammar if it is required. And I replied, I know very less of that. But what about I know? I will tell. So, the first question, why is sadhana chatushtayam kim? This kim is not the name of any president of any country. Kim Shabda is there in Sanskrit. Sadhana Chatushtayam is neuter gender according to Sanskrit language. So that is why Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim means what? So when Kim Shabda is in Napumsakalinga or neuter gender, it will be Kim Ke Kani, Kim Ke Kani. It's like the form is. And if it is Punglinga or masculine gender, then it will be Kaha Kau Ke, Kam Kau Kan, Ke Na Kavyam Kaihi. It's like that. The same Shabda. If it was Strilinga, Ka Ke Kaha, Kam Ke Kaha, Kaya Kavyam Kavihi, like that. It will go on. So, what is that? What particular word will be expressed or will be told over here in various forms, sometimes kim, sometimes kaha, sometimes Hariom. I got the connection. I don't want to disturb the whole thing. Please. Please. Om Sri Guru Pyo Namaha. So the thing is, what is fourfold qualification? Sadhan Chatushtayam Kim. Now first is Nitya, Anitya, Vastu, Vivekaha. Yesterday or in the last class, we discussed about Vivekaha. Now, the question is, what is Vivekaha? Vivekaha comes from the dhatu which means what? Separates. So the thing is capacity to discriminate. Viveka is the capacity, not only the discrimination. Viveka here means my own capacity to discriminate between Nitya and Anitya Vastu, permanent and impermanent. Okay, so the thing is, first qualification is qualification whether I am having the capacity or the capability of discriminating what is permanent and what is impermanent. Then second qualification, ihamutrartha phala bhoga viragaha. There is also, or here is also, sandhi, swara sandhi is applied. How? Iha amutraha or amutraha, sorry, iha amutraha artha phala bhoga viragaha. Iha means here in this very world, amutraha in the heaven, phala bhoga viragaha. Viragaha means dispassion. Viragaha means dispassion, no interest, no extra interest, no craving towards the enjoyment of the fruit of action. Artha phala bhoga. Artha phala bhoga means enjoyment of the fruit of action. In there, viragaha, no interest, dispassion. It is not forceful trying or effort. It should be an effortless event. For what? Iha and amutra. For here and in Swarga, in heaven after death. Means Acharya started telling about there is no connection between moksha, liberation, and the rituals. Because you know, Veda is divided into mainly two parts, Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda means where there is the discussion of all sorts of sacrifices, fire sacrifices, and everything else. And why all those things? What is the use of all those things? No better life than this world, better life after death. And maximum of the phala or the result is adrishya. This is called adrishta phalam, unseen result. But Veda has promised us who will perform correctly, perfectly, with the proper synchronization, proper system, proper steps told in Veda. The Veda is promising a better lifestyle than this world. But there is no connection of the better lifestyle, the comfortable lifestyle, and moksha, liberation, the ultimate liberation. So that is why iha amutra artha phala bhoga viragaha is the second qualification, that I have no interest, extra craving. But don't mix it with something else. Suppose a monk is having some food, or a student or a sadhaka, suppose pasta or sandwich. Then outside people can ask, oh, Swami is eating pasta. Swami is eating sandwich with extra cheese. The thing is, yes, he or she can eat. But there is no extra craving that without that cheese, I will not have breakfast today. There may be some love or something else. That yes, I love cheese, or I love almond, or I love something else. But it doesn't mean that if I don't get it, my life will be spoiled. I have to think otherwise. There is no extra craving. Someone asked, that in this dispassionate person, indifferent person, what this sort of person do or does when they go to a house where somebody has died. Are they will cry. Once, some co-students of Swami Vivekananda, the co-students means of Sri Ramakrishna students, died. And Swami Vivekananda was crying. A lot of people, who are ready to criticize Swamis always. And you are a Swami and are you crying? तो उन्होंने बताया, भाई मैं स्वामी हुआ है इसके मतलब ये नहीं कि मैं मेरा हृदय को विसर्जन दिया. It's not like that I have given up my heart. When Sri Ramakrishna died, Ma Sarda Devi started crying like anything. Nobody could make her calm. She was, just crawling over the things, as if a sacrificed goat. It is written. It's not my word. But suddenly at 11 o'clock, someone told that this is the time to offer food to Sri Ramakrishna. Because all of them used to believe that there is a death of this body, not the soul. And people just saw, observed, witnessed that Holy Mother Sarda Devi, then and there got up, there is no crying, as if nothing happened. That is the lakshana of Iha Amutra Phalabhoga Viraga. Then the third qualification. So first qualification was capacity to discriminate. Second qualification was dispassion towards the enjoyment of here and afterwards. Third qualification is Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi. So the group of 6 accomplishments, or wealth, you can say it is inner wealth, beginning with Shama. What is Shama? It will come. And then Mumukshutvam cha iti. Mumukshutvam, the fourth qualification is yearning for liberation, striving for liberation. In his life, there is no other goal than liberation. Mumukshutvam cha iti. Cha means and, iti means thus. So this is according to the composition. So the thing is, why it is needed to discriminate? If anything remains distinctly there is no trouble to discriminate. But when one appears as another, where there is no physical mixing up, then the discriminating faculty is needed. That is why Vedanta studying is needed. Suppose, can you see my finger or hand? Everyone will tell yes. Suppose the whole room is pitch dark. Now you ask yourself, can you see my hand even in pitch dark? You know it will be, the answer will be no. So whenever we see any object, have we ever thought of that we see object plus light? Object plus light. But we never pay attention to the light. We only pay attention to the object. Vedanta teaches us to look, to see in the subtle element, to the light upon the object. And that is why the discriminating faculty is needed. So, here, the second sutra, the fourth sutra or verse is Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Kaha. Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Kaha. This is the question. Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha Kaha. It is the question by the student. The Guru is replying, Nitya Vastvekam Brahma. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. According to Ayadi Sutra, Echo Yavayavaha. That Vastu and Ekam togetherly it became Vastvekam. So Nitya Anitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. Tadvatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Tadvatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Tadvatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha. Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha. Ayam Eva Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha. So, first, Vivekaha is Akaranta, Punglinga or masculine gender. That is why the question word started with Kaha. So, what is discrimination between the permanent and the impermanent? This was the question asked by the student. Now, the teacher is replying, Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. The only reality, Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. Matlab, Ekam Nityam Vastu, Nitya Vastu, and that is Ekam Brahma. There is only one eternal thing. Nitya means eternal. What has no birth and no death. It is, it was, it will be. The thing is, Nitya Vastu, that eternal Vastu is only one alone. Brahman. That is Brahman. The reality. The vast. Tad Vyatiriktam. Apart from it, Tad Vyatiriktam, apart from it iska chhodkar, Sarvam Anityam. Sarvam means all. Anityam is ephemeral, unreal. I am eva. This alone. I am means this. Eva alone. Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha. This alone is the discrimination faculty or capacity between the permanent and the ephemeral. What is meant by discrimination between permanent and impermanent? The question was that Guru replied that Viveka is a faculty, inner faculty, which has the capacity to distinguish, to categorize, and to recognize. It is the capacity of our intellect. What is the capacity? Three capacities are there. First one is to distinguish. After long years, when we see our friends whom we met only in half pant in our childhood, now there is big mustache, big beard, wrinkles on the skin, gray hair, voice changed, specs, yet we can recognize, oh, I can remember. Oh my God, after so many years, what a change you are having. The same question asked with the exclamation sign from the other side. See, you have become old. Your all hairs have become gray. See, my only few hairs. So those recognition faculty is one of the faculty, one of the capacity of intellect. This is called Vivek. Another one is categorizing, is another capacity, and recognizing. Distinguish, recognize, and categorize. This is present even in animal also. They separate edible things from the inedible, and a friend from a foe, But man only, or human being only, can use this faculty to inquire into the relationship between the part and the whole. Amsa amsi viveka. Who is amsa and who is amsi? What is the whole, what is the part? That faculty of distinguish is there only in human being. The good and the pleasant, Shreyasya preyasya manusyametam in Kathopanishad. The discrimination faculty between good and pleasant and Atma Anatma Viveka, self and not self. The eternal and the ephemeral, Nitya Anitya Viveka. So, what sort of, a lot of Vivekas are there, but we are mentioning here only the four. Amsamsi Viveka. Then, means and the goal, Sadhya and Sadhana. Sadhana Sadhya Viveka means sadhana, goal is sadhya viveka. The good and the pleasant, Shreya and Preya Viveka. The self and the not self, Atma Anatma Viveka. The eternal and the ephemeral, Nitya Anitya Viveka. Most of us use this faculty to distinguish between two perishable objects. Just think. Anitya Anitya Vivek. We do, everyone, maximum of us, from childhood to death, from born to death, from life to life. We also do discrimination, but discrimination between two perishable objects, Anitya Anitya Viveka. One desiring liberation, if he or she should have a well-developed capacity to discriminate between the eternal and the ephemeral, Nitya and Anitya Viveka. We realize that the only constant thing, the only changeless thing in the world is that everything changes on that. Like in a movie hall, the screen is permanent, but the events are constantly keep changing and changing and changing. The size and the weight of the body changes. The hair grays, the moods of the mind almost swing every time. Science can tell it's hormonal problem, but scripture has told very nicely what is that problem. Then our intellectual capacities changes. That is why our opinion changes. We take the decision in the morning that I will do in the evening, but evening time is The evening time is something different because you know our mind changes and we lose our path and goal. The personality changes, duties change, our faith our changes, our belief system changes, the objects and the beings around us changes, relationship changes, and so do the economic, political, and social circumstances. Education, technology, fashions, lifestyles, modes of transport and communication, entertainment, mode of entertainment, everything is changing. The earth and the elements, the river and the mountains, and even the sun, moon, the stars and their configuration, everything changed. From the subatomic to the cosmic level, everything is in a state of flux, changing. Things come and go, staying only for a little while. Nothing lasts forever. However, the thing is like that. So now the question will be, is there not anything else permanent in this whole universe? Sure, there is. For every change, there must be a changeless substratum. The changing factors are innumerable. But the changeless cannot be many. It must be one alone, and being beyond time must be eternal. This eternal factor is called Brahman. So if anything is eternal, we can't know. But all the changing factors we are very much aware. How is it possible? A small child went to a movie theater with his dad because it was his birthday. And his dad promised, okay, I will take you to a movie theater. And this is the first time in his life, the small baby's life. But you know, in office is such a thing, any work may come at any time. So dad was little late. So they entered into the cinema hall or movie theater after 5-10 minutes. It was a funny movie, but little actions and everything was there. And the children was getting frightened to see it. Sometimes there is fire, sometimes there is rain, sometimes there is some frightening scene. And the child started crying. But his dad started making him cool by telling, my son, my dearest son, the thing you are seeing, it is on the screen. It is not real. It appears like real. But the child is not ready to believe on his father's word. Likewise, 1.5 hours when an intermission came. And what he saw? The baby saw that there is a white screen. On that white screen, all that drama was going on. There was no real fire, there was no real rain, there was nothing. It was just a projection on the changeless screen. Likewise, in our life, all the changing factors, life, death, born, gone, everything is changing. There must be a changeless factor, changeless screen that we are calling as substratum, and that is nothing but the eternal Brahman, which is unchanged, the reality. It is only when one intensely realizes that changing nature of everything, that the changeless reality can be distinguished from all else. This firm determination of what changes and what does not is called Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekaha. The discrimination faculty or capacity between the permanent and the ephemeral. And this is the first quality among the fourfold qualifications. Now, what is the second qualification? Next verse. Viragah kaha, viragah kaha, iha swarga bhogeshu ichharahityam, iha swarga bhogeshu ichharahityam. So this is the second qualification Guru mentioned earlier, that dispassion lays interest.